Hello, today Bowen and I are going to introduce our final project, a program to draw a network of relationships between characters in a book. The environment we are running is Python 2. Let's get started. The first step is to import all the packages that we are gonna use later. And then the very first step, we need to import a book, a text file, as into a string, and we assign it in as a book. And then we use regex to extract all the capitalized word in the book, but we don't want the first words of a sentence, so we use look forward to exclude the first word of the sentence. Also, we don't want to include those city or country's name, so we use negative look forward to filter out those capitalized words after prepositions, such as like in, on, at. Here's an example of the names that we extract. Then we want, however, if we take a look at the name list, we will find there are some different words referring to the same person. The reason is that the names might appear as full name or only first name or last name in the book. So we run a for loop to go over the name list, trying to remove or replace the first name or last name as by the full name. In a for loop, we first split each name. Here is the list that after we split, and then if the length of the list is greater or equals to 2, we replace the first name segment and the last name segment by their full name. Next step, we are going to remove the honorifics, adjust compositions, and the days of the weeks. Because if you take a closer look at our name list earlier, you will find that Sunday is extracted from by the regular expression, so we want to exclude them. And so we have 3 sets showing honorifics, location, days, words, and then we remove those words from our list. And after we did so, here's the updated the first 30 names. You can see Sunday is excluded. And if we look at the list we got right now, you will see there's some words like hero, prize, model boys that we don't want to analyze their relationship and we don't want it to have them on our network graph. So we select the top 20 terms that appears the most in the book and we use the package collections and we just subset the top 20 words, common words. And after that, we set up a dictionary that counts how often the two names appear in the same paragraph. We split each paragraph and we count the number of times that the two characters appear in the same paragraph. Here we use a for loop, and then we store the two characters' name in a two tuple and make it as a key in our dictionary. And similarly, we do the same for the number of times that the two characters appear in the book, and we store it as the value in our dictionary. And here's the output of the number of times dictionary. You can see Ant Polly and Ben Rogers. They appear in the same paragraph for 3 times, and Joe Harper and Ben Rogers, their relationship, the frequency of them is only 1. That means they only appear once in the same paragraph.
To extract useful information to make the node list and the edge list that are necessary for generating a network. First, create a node set and add x and y unpacked from all two tuples as the keys of the dictionary to the node set and convert the node set to a list. For the edge list, Generate each element as a 3-tuple that consists of the character names as the first two entries and the number of times between them in the same graph as the third entry. Now we have both node and edge lists to pass to the network. To make a network, first pass the node and edge lists that were generated just now to the network. In order to determine the size of each node, we calculate the PageRank score of every node in the network, and then update the size attributes of each node proportional to its PageRank score in the network. To make a size list that can be passed while joining the network, we need to extract the size attribute solely according to the nodes of the network. Similarly, to make a width list that can be passed while joining the network, we need to extract the width attribute solely according to the edges of the network. In order to avoid the widgets to be too thick that covers other widths in the network, we set the width that is thicker than 10 to 10. To draw the network, we need to set its position to the circular layout, the node label to be visible, the node sizes by the size list mentioned before, the widths by the width list mentioned before, the node color to be orange, and the edge color to be steel blue. Finally, plot the network by matplotlib. This reaches the end of our program. Thanks for watching.